Long before the roar of cannons echoed across its fields, the land that would become Gettysburg was inhabited by Native American tribes. European settlers, seeking new opportunities and land, gradually encroached upon this territory. Samuel Gettys, for whom the town is named, arrived in the 1760s, purchasing land and establishing a tavern. During the American Revolution, Gettysburg played a role in the struggle for independence. The town's strategic location made it a hub for military activities and a gathering place for Patriot supporters. In June 1775, the Continental Congress established a postal road through the town, connecting Philadelphia and Baltimore, further enhancing its significance. The early 19th century saw the town continuing to flourish. The establishment of Pennsylvania College, now Gettysburg College in 1832, brought education and culture to the region. The college's presence would later intersect with the town's Civil War history, as it served as a hospital and shelter during the battle. The Battle of Gettysburg. The turning point in Gettysburg's history arrived in the summer of 1863. The Confederate Army, led by General Robert E. Lee, ventured into Pennsylvania, clashing with the Union Army commanded by General George G. Meade. The three-day battle that ensued was one of the largest and bloodiest of the Civil War. Battle of McPherson Ridge. This initial engagement took place west of Gettysburg and marked the Confederates' advance towards the town. Union forces under General John Buford held strong defensive positions along McPherson Ridge, but were eventually pushed back by the advancing Confederate forces. The battle set the stage for larger clashes to come. Battle of Seminary Ridge. As the Union forces retreated from McPherson Ridge, they established a defensive line along Seminary Ridge, north of the town. Confederate forces under General Richard Ewell attacked the Union lines, resulting in heavy fighting. Despite initial Confederate successes, Union forces managed to hold a defensive line, preparing for the next day's battles. Second day, July 2nd, 1863, Battle of Little Round Top. One of the most famous actions of the battle, Confederate forces launched an assault on the Union left flank, specifically targeting Little Round Top, a rocky hill that anchored the Union line. Union forces, notably the 20th Maine Infantry Regiment under Colonel Joshua Lawrence Chamberlain, managed to repel the Confederate assault after a desperate bayonet charge. The defense of Little Round Top prevented a potential breakthrough of the Union lines. The Wheatfield, Devil's Den, and Peach Orchard, in the southern sector of the battlefield, Confederate forces launched a series of attacks against the Union lines, aiming to break through and potentially split the Union Army. Fierce fighting occurred in areas like the Wheatfield, Devil's Den, and Peach Orchard, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. Third day, July 3rd, 1863, Pickett's Charge, one of the most famous and iconic moments of the battle. Pickett's Charge was a massive Confederate assault on the center of the Union lines on Cemetery Ridge. Approximately 12,000 Confederate soldiers, led by General George Pickett, advanced across open ground under heavy Union artillery and rifle fire. The charge ultimately failed, resulting in devastating losses for the Confederate forces. Pickett's Charge is often considered the high water mark of the Confederate advance and marked the culmination of the battle. The Battle of Gettysburg resulted in approximately 51,000 casualties, making it one of the bloodiest battles of the Civil War. The Union victory halted General Lee's invasion of the North and dealt a significant blow to the Confederate Army's momentum. The battle's aftermath saw Lee's retreat back to Virginia, effectively ending the Confederacy's hopes for a successful invasion of Northern territory. The Battle of Gettysburg resulted in staggering casualties on both sides. The Union suffered around 23,000 casualties, killed, wounded, or missing, while the Confederate losses amounted to approximately 28,000. The battle's aftermath left an indelible mark on the town, as well as the nation's psyche. In November 1863, President Abraham Lincoln visited Gettysburg to dedicate the Soldiers' National Cemetery, where many of the fallen soldiers were interred. In his brief yet eloquent Gettysburg Address, Lincoln honored the sacrifices of those who had given their lives and reaffirmed the principles of equality and democracy. His words, emphasizing a new birth of freedom, added a profound layer of meaning to the battle's significance. The Union victory boosted Northern morale, weakened the Confederacy's strategic position, and emboldened President Lincoln's commitment to the Emancipation Proclamation. It also dampened foreign support for the Confederacy as European nations became less willing to recognize the secessionist movement. The battle's legacy extended beyond the military realm. The establishment of the Gettysburg National Cemetery and subsequent preservation efforts transformed the battlefield into a national shrine and symbol of reconciliation. The annual reunions of Union and Confederate veterans at Gettysburg, beginning with the Great Reunion of 1913, symbolized a broader reconciliation process between North and South. As you step onto the hallowed grounds of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, you are transported back in time to the pivotal moments of the Battle of Gettysburg, a conflict that forever etched its mark on American history. The echoes of cannon fire and the footfalls of soldiers resound as you traverse the fields where Union and Confederate forces clashed during those fateful days in July 1863. This is not just a visit. It's an immersion into the past, where every monument, cannon, and marker speaks of the sacrifices made and the resilience shown. But Gettysburg is not merely a place of reflection, it's a living testament to history, inviting you to explore, learn, and engage with the past in a way that feels tangible and personal. Before embarking on a physical journey to Gettysburg, it's essential to prepare mentally and emotionally. Familiarize yourself with the history of the Battle of Gettysburg, the Civil War, and the context that led to this pivotal conflict. Reading about key figures like Robert E. Lee and George G. Meade, as well as the events leading up to and following the battle, will enrich your experience on site. Equipped with this knowledge, you'll be better poised to appreciate the significance of each location you encounter. The heart and soul of a visit to Gettysburg is undoubtedly the Gettysburg National Military Park. Spread across nearly 6,000 acres, the park encompasses the battlefield where the Union and Confederate forces clashed over 3 momentous days in July 1863. Follow in the footsteps of soldiers and commanders as you traverse iconic locations like Cemetery Ridge, Seminary Ridge, Little Round Top, and Devil's Den. Walking along the same ground where history unfolded is a humbling experience that offers a tangible connection to the past. To truly absorb the depth of history that saturates the battlefield, consider taking advantage of the various guided tours available. Knowledgeable guides provide insights, anecdotes, and narratives that transport you back in time, allowing you to envision the events that unfolded on these very grounds. Whether on foot, by bike, or in a tour vehicle, guided tours offer a structured exploration of the battlefield's significant landmarks. Cemetery Hill and Soldiers National Cemetery, the location where President Abraham Lincoln delivered the Gettysburg Address during the dedication of the Soldiers National Cemetery. This solemn site serves as a final resting place for many Union soldiers who lost their lives during the battle. Reflect on the sacrifices made as you walk among the rows of gravestones, each representing a life given in the pursuit of freedom. Gettysburg National Military Park Museum and Visitor Center, your journey should begin at the Visitor Center, where an array of exhibits, artifacts, and multimedia presentations provide context and background for the battle. The museum offers an immersive experience, complete with interactive displays that engage visitors of all ages. It's an ideal starting point to orient yourself with the battle's chronology, the causes of the Civil War, and the people involved. Delve into the broader historical context of the Civil War at the Gettysburg Heritage Center. This center offers exhibits that explore the causes, consequences, and broader impact of the war, shedding light on the complexities of this pivotal period in American history. Just outside Gettysburg, the Eisenhower National Historic Site provides a different perspective on history. The home and farm of President Dwight D. Eisenhower, a military leader in his own right during World War II, offers insights into his life, leadership, and the era in which he lived. As dusk settles over Gettysburg, the battlefield takes on a different aura. Participate in evening programs and candlelight tours that offer a unique opportunity to experience the historical sites after dark. These tours often include dramatic readings, storytelling, and reflections that amplify the somber atmosphere of the battlefield. As you step onto the cobblestone streets of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, a palpable sense of time travel embraces you. Beyond the charming facades and picturesque landscapes lies a living tapestry of history that stretches back to the American Revolution and culminates in the epic Battle of Gettysburg during the Civil War. Visiting Gettysburg is not merely a touristic experience. It's an immersive journey that intertwines past and present, offering a profound understanding of the sacrifices made, the resilience shown, and the ideals that continue to shape the nation. The allure of Gettysburg lies in its ability to transport you through multiple eras with each step you take. As you stroll through its streets, you walk in the footsteps of Native American inhabitants, European settlers, Revolutionary War heroes, and Civil War soldiers. This convergence of histories creates a unique atmosphere where the past is not a distant memory, but a tangible presence. Visiting Gettysburg during significant dates, such as battle anniversaries, allows you to participate in remembrance ceremonies. These events, attended by history enthusiasts and descendants of soldiers, honor the sacrifices made and underscore the enduring importance of preserving the past. Beyond its historical significance, Gettysburg offers modern comforts intertwined with the town's historical fabric. Dining in historic buildings brings together the tastes of the present and the echoes of the past, creating an atmosphere that caters to both culinary indulgence and historical appreciation. Exploring the town's boutiques and shops reveals a treasure trove of souvenirs and mementos. From books to artwork to replica artifacts, these keepsakes allow you to carry a piece of Gettysburg's history with you, sustaining the connection long after your visit. The culmination of your journey is more than a physical departure from Gettysburg. It's a continuation of the narratives you've encountered. As you retrace your steps, you carry with you the stories of valor, the echoes of the past, and the lessons that history imparts. Visiting Gettysburg isn't merely an exploration. It's an act of honoring the sacrifices, the ideals, and the enduring spirit that define the American experience. By embracing the past, you become part of a legacy that spans centuries, leaving your own footprints in the ever-evolving landscape of time.
If you are enjoying my videos, please like and subscribe. It's like leaving a tip on YouTube.